Years of research into recurring national challenges such as building collapses, lack of technological advancements, unemployment, poverty, health crisis, and persistent insecurity have led researchers at the Federal University Wukari in Taraba State to a common denominator: the systemic neglect of mathematics by both individuals and policymakers. According to the lead researcher, Professor Philip Oladapo, mathematics forms the foundation of science, which in turn drives technology and modern development. He insists that effective governance in any democratic society is deeply rooted in data, numbers, and empirical evidence, all of which stem from a solid grasp of mathematics.
In mathematics, every problem is solvable, but not one thing. It might not be solved immediately. It might take years. It might take generations to be solved, but all problems must have solutions. That is that we are problem solvers. So I look at the problem. The man look at a solution to certain problem and say something is missing in this work. So we are interested in stability of a solution you provide. If you are the one that produces problems and you cannot solve it, then you are not a mathematician. You must see a problem, solve the problem, and make it written all everywhere that this problem is solved permanently.
Participants at the forum echoed the research findings, arguing that Nigeria's critical gaps in governance, economic planning, and political stability are consequences of a widespread lack of mathematical application and analytical thinking.
There are conditions for every operation, and because there are conditions, once they are respected, the conditions, once respected, will not bring problem. But if disobeyed, then there is problem in the environment. It can be a problem to our health. It can be a problem to our community. It can be a problem to all that we do in this life. But if we maintain the procedure and obey the checks and balances, there will be no issue.
Be it a chemist, a physicist, you cannot do without mathematics, of which it is true. Because like in the area of physical chemistry, and not only in the area of physical chemistry, other aspects of chemistry too, there is no how you will do a work without one statistical analysis of your data in order to arrive at the appropriate result. And also there are some, areas that involve mathematical, manipulations. Therefore, it is true that you cannot do without mathematics.
The resolution from the meeting emphasized the urgent need for governments at all levels to make mathematics more attractive and practical in schools.